Hello everyone, and welcome back to Carrie's Beauty Corner. Today's video is going to answer the age-old question, what is this brush and what in the hell am I supposed to do with it? If you've ever wondered that, stick around, that's coming right up. All right. Sissy's joining us again. She can't hardly stand for me to do anything without her, so she's going to join us for a few minutes. If you're new here, my name is Carrie, and I'm so happy that you joined us. And if you're not new here, thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for coming back. If you have not subscribed to my channel, if you would click the subscribe button down below, hit that notification bell to be notified every time I upload new content, and like this video. That helps me tremendously. Okay, getting right into the meat and potatoes of this video, we're going to talk makeup brushes. This was a highly requested video. I know those of you who have makeup experience, you don't need this video. I appreciate you sticking with me and watching it. But for those of you who are either new to makeup or have just used your God-given makeup brushes, these wonderful hands that he gave us to use, for those of you who want to know what brushes are out there, what their uses are, that's what this video is going to be all about. The hard and fast rule about makeup brushes, fortunately, is there are no hard and fast rules. Just because a makeup brush is marketed to do something specific, such as it says it's a concealer brush or it says it's a contour brush, that doesn't mean that you have to use it just for concealer or just for contour. And I'm going to get into each individual brush and tell you a little bit about why it's going to be a personal choice for you, what's comfortable for you, and what works best for you. Y'all know when I put my glasses on, I'm getting serious. So we're going to start with the face. We're going to start with foundation. This is called a flat top kabuki brush. This particular one is from a company called Face. I believe I got it on Amazon. They're usually a little more densely packed than, say, for example, a powder brush. A powder brush is going to have a lot of bristles, but it's not going to be as densely packed as a foundation brush. Now, a foundation brush is wonderful for buffing your makeup into the skin or just spreading the makeup exactly where you need it. Some people may pump their foundation onto their hand and dip in this way. Some people may take it straight from the pump and put it on the face and then blend it in this way. Any way you do it is perfectly fine. But these are your typical brushes. This one, I don't know the brand on it. These kind of brushes were really popular there at one point in time. I don't see many people use them, but I still love this for spreading my makeup out, and it's so soft. Another brush, this particular one is called the Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfecting Brush. But, excuse me, by BH Cosmetics. It's got like a concealer brush on one end, and then this is a little more rounded than the other one that I showed you. But you can apply powder foundation, liquid foundation, cream foundation, anything like that. Now, makeup sponges. A lot of people would probably disagree with me if I said a makeup sponge is a makeup sponge is a makeup sponge. And if you disagree with me, that's fine. But this teardrop shape makeup sponge came from Miss A, and I paid $2 for it. This pink one is the Beauty Blender brand beauty sponge. They look the same. They perform almost identically, and this one's $20. And then we have some kind of mid-price. This is the e.l.f. one. I believe it's $5. The Real Techniques is I'll have to look that up, and I'll put it on the screen how much that is. So it just really depends on what you want to spend. It depends on, you know, what your personal preference is. So that's another one of those. I don't think with sponges you get what you pay for. I think with sponges, it just depends on your personal preference and how it performs for you with whatever products you're using on your skin. Concealer. I find sponges and the fingertips are probably the best tools you can use for concealer, unless you're using a flat brush like this to just kind of put the concealer where you want it to be. And then I just find it's best tap it in with the finger. Okay, the next thing that you're going to do, 9 times out of 10, is you're going to set your concealer and or your whole entire face. For that, you're going to use some type of a powder brush. A powder brush is going to be more of a fluffy type brush that you can lightly dip into your powder, tap it off, and go onto your skin that way. This one is by Real Techniques. This is a Real Techniques powder brush. This particular one right here is a Wet n Wild Pro, and I have 2 of these, and I got them on Amazon for like $4. I use one for contour and bronzing, and I use one for powder. They're wonderful. The other is a brush like this. This particular one is the AOA Studio F20 brush. This one also came from Miss A. I believe it was $1. This one would be wonderful for setting concealer or just setting powder all over the face. You don't have to spend a whole lot of money. You don't really have to spend a whole lot of money to get the job done. Now, for cream and liquid blushes, I would use something like this. This is the Wet n Wild stipple brush, and you're gonna dip it into your product, or you're gonna put your product right here on the top of your hand and then dip into it this way and just kind of stipple that color onto the cheek. So that is a stipple brush. For regular blush application, you're gonna use something a little fluffier. This is another one from Real Techniques. This is the Real Techniques blush brush. Again, this, okay? See this brush? This is a contour brush where you really, really get in and chisel that out and really work precisely. In my personal opinion, you need to kind of know what you're doing to use a brush like this, and I don't. So that's not one that I use. For highlighter, fan brushes are real popular for applying highlighter. Just going right here on the tops of the cheeks and right here down the nose, or even a brush like this. This is a Luxie brush. I don't know the name of this brush, but this is the Luxie 640 brush right here, and it's super, super soft. So both of these are good choices. Now, eye makeup. Oh, and here's another. This is another good highlighter brush right here. This is a Morphe M438. I think this is like a tapered brush, but this one is also good for highlight. Now, eyeshadow. I think that eyeshadow brushes are even more flexible than complexion brushes. The most important thing to remember is you want to blend. When you are doing any kind of eyeshadow look, the basic thing that you want to remember is you want to blend. Now, these are all crease brushes. This one a little fluffier than the other ones, but these are all crease brushes that are perfect for just laying down that color, going a little bit above and below the crease and blending your crease color in. This particular brush right here, I don't know if you can see this, it's huge. It is one of my favorite brushes, and I don't remember where it came from, and it doesn't have a brand name on it, and I know that doesn't help you one bit. But anyway, this brush is wonderful for blending in the crease. Then they make something like this. And this is wonderful for just packing color right on the lid. Okay, packing color, and even going under the lower lash line. Then you're gonna have little detail brushes like this. I love every one of these brushes. This one from Real Techniques, you can see it's just a small little detail brush. This brush is from Lavish, and then this brush is from Essence. And this is an angled brush, more like what you would do your eyebrows with. But I love this for putting on eyeliner with eyeshadow, or using eyeshadow just to kind of wing out and give yourself a real subtle, sheared out, maybe cat eye. What else? Oh, this one is also a nice detail brush. And this one is from Morphe. It is the M515. All right, the next thing you need to know, if you're using these brushes, they're gonna get dirty and they need to be cleaned. My personal preference is these solid type brush cleaners. This one is from AOA, which is the Shop Miss A. This is the solid. This one is in the mango scent. And basically what you're gonna do, you're gonna wet your brush. You're gonna take your brush, you're gonna swirl it in here. It's going to get kind of soapy. Then I take it and I put it in my hands, or they make the little flat brush cleaning mats that you can put in the bottom of your sink. And you just swirl it around until it's clean. But I usually wash my makeup brushes about once a week. And there are plenty of other ways to clean the makeup brush, but this just happens to be my personal favorite because I find it the easiest. Another way to clean in between uses, let's just say that you have a favorite fluffy crease brush, and let's say that you want to use it for more than one color. These little this one's called Color Cleaner, but basically it's just like a little kind of a sponge consistency, and you're gonna take that brush and it's gonna take your eyeshadow off and clean it where you can dip into another color and your colors don't get muddy when you're trying to do your eyes. All right, so wrapping up, I hope you know a little bit more about makeup brushes than you did to start with. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below and I'll see if I can't answer them for you. Thanks again for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and God bless.